Yo, what's going on, guys? It is Toxplicity and welcome back to another episode of the Hardcore series. In today's episode, you guys, we are going to make some more automated farms for our world, just so we don't have to worry about certain items and collecting certain objects like wool, like sugarcane, and like a few other things that we're going to make farms out of, including a chicken farm. Now, this episode is going to be packed full of redstone. I'm not the best at redstone, but we're just going to get into it anyway and follow some tutorials. Not much has changed in this world since the last episode. I was away for a week and a bit, and then I also have done a stream in this world since the last video. We completed our little hourglass psychic or magic tower, whatever you want to call it over there, and we need to create some sort of lore and some nice little areas around there. But the tower is mostly done. I just need to add a couple of little extra details, maybe up the top here, maybe make the amethyst come up a little bit. But this tower was completed on a recent stream. I've just been kind of going around the map, cleaning up little things, collecting resources, doing some AFKing. We have a lot of iron and a lot of things around the world now. So without further ado, let's jump into the first farm design and I'll catch you guys when we're about to start it. So the first farm we're going to focus on in today's episode is a sheep farm. I need quite a lot of wool for future builds that I want to do. So this is the perfect start for the sheep farm. You can layer this up or make a massive farm and do it a little bit of a different way, but this is the way that I've discovered and I've started using, and I believe it's the best way. You can build it into the ground just so the grass is always constantly around the build, but this is how I like to do it, just so I can come up and get into the chests and see them really easy. So the first thing we need to do here is just pop down a hopper minecart, and we need to make sure that this thing can't go anywhere when we break this little block. There we go. It's perfect. It's stuck in there, and then anything that drops down is going to be caught. So I'm going to make a couple of these really quick, like so. It's super easy to do. These sheep farms are honestly things that I build on SMPs all the time. I just like to have lots of wool at all times for beds, especially when you decide to go to the nether and do some nether farming. Like going after the netherite is always impossible without beds. So there we go. We've got these hoppers ready to go. So the next thing you want to do is grab some observer blocks. Now, you do need quartz when you try and get these observer blocks, so just be ready to go to the nether and get some of that. And we need to place it facing into the blocks like this. So when these detect that the ground over here has been messed with or been eaten, then this is going to shoot off a redstone pulse, and we're going to put a block here with a bit of redstone on top, like so, like this, boom boom, and pop your redstone on top, and then place your dispenser on top of the observer, like this. And then you can pop your shears inside. So once they detect that the ground's been messed with, like so, it's going to shear the sheep and drop the wool in this block, because we're going to fence it in with some glass, and then everything's going to fall into this chest like so. So I'm going to quickly sleep through this night. There were some pillagers around a bit earlier, so I need to be careful of them, but we'll wait for the nighttime to fall. And then once we finish this build, we will make it nice and pretty. Probably on a stream, because I feel like the streams on Twitch have been about that recently. We've just been doing some beautification around our world. So let's go ahead and build up the rest of this farm. So we need to pop down some blocks like this just to hold the sheep in. Now hopefully this grass is going to spread through the blocks. I think it should. And we'll go and just build this up. If it doesn't, we can always use Silk Touch to speed up the process. Like so. So the hard part is getting these sheep into this farm, like I said before, and we're gonna have some fun doing that in a second. So this is basically the sheep farm. Once you get your sheep in there, this is gonna automatically fire every time they eat the grass around the farm. It's just gonna keep going over and over, and then you're just gonna get infinite wool. So I'm gonna quickly make sure that all this grass grows, and then we're gonna try and get these sheep in our farm. Okay, so as you saw that at the start of that little montage, we got the sheep up here. I decided to clean this place up a little bit and make it look a bit better. So this farm can be stacked up. So as you can see there, that's how the sheep farm works. The sheep eats the grass then grows from the grass blocks either side, and the hopper picks up the blocks and drops it down into the chest. So I did make a little bit of a mistake. You do need to leave the hopper there. The rail there underneath the hopper minecart, so it actually is tall enough to pick up the blocks on top. But other than that, this farm is completely finished. You can literally make it bigger, you can make it longer, you can make it wider. You can have other hoppers run straight into this chest like I'm probably going to do. And then you can make different sections for this farm, and you can make the sheep different colored. I'm just going to leave them white now because you can dye the walls different colors. And then that is the sheep farm. Nice and easy sheep farm. I love this farm. I have it, like I said, in every SMP that I play on. It's so easy to get wool, and it's really resource friendly considering the blocks we actually need. The hardest block you need is probably some quartz from the nether, but let's move on to the next one. Okay, I think I want to build the automated chicken cooker right in the middle here, and we can make a nice little building around it, maybe like a little restaurant, and then we can maybe flesh this area out and make it look like it's a bit better with a couple of paths going like maybe around the back of the restaurant up to the tower. And then we have to work on this ugly little eyesore over here. So let's get working on this chicken farm. Okay, this was a little bit more complicated than I thought. I had to follow a tutorial, so I sped that up a little bit. So basically, this is the end result. The chicken and the feathers end up here. So they start back here. This over here is where the eggs are going to go. So the chickens are going to start up here. The eggs are going to go through this hopper into this dispenser here. This is going to trigger a pulse, and the dispenser is going to drop the eggs into here and hopefully hatch some babies. And while that's all going, this dispenser up here is going to drop lava into this little area here, which is going to kill the chickens and then drop them into the chest. Now, this is quite complex redstone. Not really, it's quite easy, but I am very noobish when it comes to redstone, so this is kind of sped up. I'll link the design of this farm in the description below so you guys can check it out, but let's get some chickens in there. Okay, I spawned a few chickens in here. So now this thing is just going to, over time, it's going to shoot out the eggs. We might grab these out of here, actually. They're going to lay the eggs. They're going to drop into this dispenser, like I said before. And that's going to spit out into this area. And then we are going to get lovely little chickens and some cooked chickens. So it's going to be a little bit of a process before that happens because we do need to wait for these guys to grow up. I'm not sure how many I spawned in there, but remember, if you're building this farm, you need to remember entity cramming. Entity cramming is going to be a problem, so you need to just make sure you don't put too many in there. And yeah, that's 2 of the 3 farms in this video that we're going to focus on. The last one is this little guy over here. We're just going to make it run a little bit more efficient and just make it look a bit better. We might even move it. I'm not sure where I want it, but we might even move it and have this like a little dock area down here. I decided to keep the sugarcane farm where it was just because this is the first farm we built in this world apart from this little farm over here. So it would be good to have the sugarcane where it's always been. We do need to make this building look a lot more pretty once we're finished with it. But for now, this is all we have. So we have a little bit of a chest down here so we can collect the drops. There is a minecart in there with a simple unloading system. This is a mumbo jumbo design, and then up here We just need to pop down all of our blocks just so we can keep the sugarcane in. And these sugarcane are going to be easily plantable like so, because we have water sources hidden under this block. And then you're going to go along with your pistons just like normal, like so. We probably are going to need 5 more. Oops, I completely miscalculated that. That's okay. We can run over and craft. So yeah, off camera, I'm going to be prettifying this area, making it a lot more pretty beautiful to look at, just because I think it's a little bit gross the way it is right now. So it definitely does need a bit of an upgrade. And then we're going to do a little bit of mining off camera, because next time we record a video, I want to be able to take on possibly the nether, and then maybe we should go to the end in the next couple episodes. So that is the objective currently. A lot of these farms are just going to be simple ease of life farms, like the sheep farm over there is going to make it a lot easier once we get a lot of wool going. This farm's going to be easier to make books and enchanting tables and stuff. Once we build a library over there, we're going to be able to focus on getting all the enchants going. I need to check these chests because these things have been going for quite some time. And then we have our cow farm, which has been pumping out all the food for us. So, okay, let's quickly finish this off before the end of the episode here. So you're going to make sure to block off all the exits so none of the sugarcane can fly out. And then you need to pick yourself a corner. So one of these corners is going to be where the sugarcane is going to grow. I'm thinking maybe we go over this side. So let's do it. Let's do it here. Nope, we can't place it like that. It needs to look at the block. So perfect, like that. Perfectly done. And then we can bring some redstone out like so, and cover these pistons so they automatically fire. I think this is gonna work. We might have to double check. Let's have a look. It doesn't. Okay, so we need to place blocks on the outside. My mistake. We'll quickly fix that up. See, I'm not the best with redstone. I'm actually pretty horrible when it comes to redstone, but I just try my best, and sometimes things work, you know. Sometimes they go okay, sometimes they don't, but that's fine. That's part of the fun. We'll grab some more redstone, and we'll grab some more building blocks as well. But as you can see, we have been grinding away trying to get a lot of blocks going so we can start working on our mega base that I want to build. And we need to build the library over here too. So our mega base is going to be on top of this hill. I had talked about it in a recent stream. It just is all up to you guys, basically, if you guys come to the streams or not, what we actually build. I'm thinking of building a bit of a castle where we can kind of protect our village down there and make it look kind of good that way. So that's what I'm thinking at this stage, but that is obviously subject to change depending on if you guys want me to build something different. But castles are always cool, and then that kind of ties in with the medieval or magic style building over here. Oh my god, I literally put a new zombie in this minecart and it's despawned again. Okay, that's a problem. We need to somehow fix that. Okay, so let's quickly finish this off. Oops. Do we round that off? Doesn't look like we did on the other side. Let's just use some sand to pillar up. But like always, I'm going to focus on making this area look nice and pretty off camera, so we can just keep making our base, like keep growing our base, making it look good and making it, you know, the way we want it to be. So let's see. Is this going to fire off? It does. Look at that. That is perfect. Okay, so let's put some more blocks in the middle here. Just see to build this up a little bit more. I miscalculated my blocks again, actually. We need to go get some even more blocks, and the dolphin's playing with some of our items down there. But yeah, I'm really happy with how this series is coming along. I'm really thankful for you guys and all the support you guys have been giving this series lately. If you do want to see me build certain types of things, this is kind of like a, you know, relearning Minecraft type series. So if you guys want to see me build certain types of things, just let me know in the comments below and I'll work on, you know, making those things. I'm looking forward to versing the Ender Dragon. I haven't fought the Ender Dragon since an early season of Simplicity, so that is going to be really fun to do eventually when we're able to do that. So let's enclose this completely, and then we can put a roof on here, but I don't think we should. We do need to put some lanterns up here though, so nothing spawns, because that would be very bad. I don't think anything's gonna spawn down there, but we'll keep an eye on it. Doesn't matter if it does; those things will probably die anyway. And yeah, that's our sugarcane farm done. I really need to break up some of those diamonds that we have chilling in there actually, so we can do some more enchanting and get OP, get some netherite eventually. So this is a very ugly building. I'm gonna have to work on making this look quite pretty. It's probably worse than what it was before, but that's fine. Probably soon we need to work on making these farms automated. And yeah, I think everything's coming along nicely. So like I said before, if you guys want to see anything on this hardcore series, you want me to make anything in particular, let me know. Today was all about automating a couple farms that I'm running out of resources for. We need some more feathers so we can make some more arrows, and then sugarcane's always happy, or always really good to have. And then over there we got sheep, so now we can make some more things with wool and make a beautiful base once we're able to do so. So stay tuned for more hardcore series. I'm going to be posting in my Discord and also on YouTube when I go live on Twitch. If you guys help me get to 3K, I'd really appreciate that. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.